a bit of a different video. But does anybody else end up with these sort of buyers on eBay, we'll say? I truly don't know how to describe this woman. I really don't. I know they're a woman because of everything involved. But I had an order come. So if you don't know, my name's Chris. I sell stuff on eBay full time. I'm having a problem with one of them. So, bought a pair of boots for £8. I'm going to put these messages up on screen and then I'm going to read them out. But they paid. We sent them. Royal Mail attempted delivery. Delivery failed. I explained why when I know why in the messages. They then messaged, can you try to deliver the boots again, please? And I'm reading now, so we'll be looking down. I take it delivery failed. That's Royal Mail, not us. You would need to drop them an email or message. We don't personally deliver the items we sell unless local. If they're due to be returned to us, we can arrange a redelivery though, if that helps. Got a message back. Okay, please, redeliver, thank you. Okay, maybe we're struggling a bit. Okay, sorry, you need to follow the tracking and you need to follow the tracking and rebook for what suits you best. Because obviously, there's many options when you rebook a delivery. You can have it to your address, you can have it left in a safe place, you can have it dispatched to a local shop that'll do click and collect. There's a lot of options. Please try to deliver. Okay, I'm not sure what you mean, but we have explained that it's not us that deliver the product. And if you want it redelivering, you need to book that through Royal Mail. Like we said, we're not able to do that for you, as we do not know what days/times are good for you, any safe places for the parcel, any safe places the parcel could be left, etc. At this point, I don't think they're understanding anything we're saying. So then put, can you give us a call at your convenience, please? Pass my number on. We don't think you're fully understanding what we're sending you based on the reply and feedback, because at this point they've actually left us a negative or neutral, I can't remember which one it was now, feedback saying please redeliver. So I'm like, do these guys not understand that I'm not the one that's doing this delivery, and also that I can't rebook it? Because at this point we've actually rung Royal Mail just going, you know what, we'll rebook it, and Royal Mail have turned around and said you can rebook it, but there's a reason why we wasn't able to do the delivery, and it's an access problem. I was like, what does that mean? They said, well, it could be down to many things. Could be flooding, but that's not likely. I was like, okay, it could be the fact that it's a gated community or a gated property or anything like that. It could be the fact that there was various things in the way, like the house could be somewhat derelict, was her words. And we can't gain access that way. So you can rebook it, but should it fail, it will come back to you. At this point, I've spent 2 hours on the phone to them. So I'm like, okay. I want you to redeliver the boots or a refund. I will complain to eBay if you don't. So now we've put, we do not deliver the items. As we have said multiple times, you need to rebook your delivery with Royal Mail. We cannot do this for you. And if the boots are returned to us, you will be refunded minus postage costs, as the only reason they have not been delivered is a failing on your part for the original delivery, and the fact that for whatever reason you are refusing to book a redelivery and insisting that we not only personally deliver them, but that we collect them on your behalf from Royal Mail, completely out of order, complaining to eBay about this issue. The issue being you won't rearrange your delivery to be delivered to you. Exactly, you're the vendor. And how do you want me to rebook your delivery without any of your details? I'm not being rude or trying to be awkward, but what happens if I book it for a time you're not in at through work, appointment, shopping, etc., etc.? You haven't even offered in any messages where this has been stated any form of details that allow us to rebook your delivery. I mean, if you're so reluctant to do it yourself, why don't you actually help us to rebook your delivery that only needs redelivering due to your failing? I have not failed. You have failed to deliver my purchase. You are fraudulent. I'll be reporting you to eBay, so you can't keep conning people. Say goodbye to your business. Okay, at this point, just to highlight, there's multiple people involved in my eBay business when it comes to these messages. This is actually at least 2 people that have answered these, from my partner to anything. Like, I'm the only person that's officially employed, but there is other people that answer. So at this point, I've actually fully taken over myself because I'm just fed up. But right, okay, not sure how you're arriving at the fact we're fraudulent. As per our contract with yourself, we have fulfilled our end. Royal Mail wasn't able to gain access to your property to make the delivery, and the only reason we haven't rebooked it for you is because you haven't given us any information allowing us to do so. So we have already spoken to eBay. There is literally nothing we can do for you unless you give us some information to help yourself out. This has been stated many times. The failing is also on Royal Mail's behalf. And yes, we are your representative with them, hence why we have contacted them on 2 occasions for you. But again, we cannot book your delivery without knowing when you will be there to allow the delivery. And yes, this is now the business owner messaging you, because it's actually me, and I've got annoyed, messaging you, as my staff have literally had enough, as they do not know how to help you anymore. I'm sure my business will survive you, but if it doesn't, and it has become corrupted, fraudulent, and all the other things you might say, it would be a good thing that it has gone. Again, me just chipping in here, because at the end of the day, if I am scamming people, if that is happening, that should not be allowed, and my business should go. I don't mind that. At the end of the day, I would need to change that, but I don't believe I am here. And all the other things you might say, be a good thing that it's gone. But just reading everything, it seems more to me like you're just an amazingly lazy individual who is not willing to rebook their delivery and demands that everyone else falls at their feet to help them. Well, we won't be helping anymore. Goodbye and good luck with your delivery, Karen. Yours sincerely, Chris. I'll be reporting this via email to eBay. Good luck. And I've put, then to end that, you're more than welcome to, they can check all the messages given. The fact you have managed to upset multiple staff members in my employment, I know they're not officially employed, but at the end of the day, it is my staff members that have dealt with this. In my employment, insulted them and their intelligence. Again, saying that we're the vendor and we should do this is insulting their intelligence and all that. And my company in prior messages, saying that I'm a scam, or is still whatever in the previous messages as I read out. I do not believe me simply passing my opinion on to you is in any way unfair nor insulting. I simply checked all the facts and came to that conclusion. Am I right? Am I wrong, guys? So I do have to keep moving the camera because Romeo keeps going for it. Little hands. Am I in the right? Am I in the wrong here, guys? Did I overreact? Like, I know there's an emphasis on a seller to physically deliver an item. I understand that, but am I wrong for saying to her, give me your details and I'll, I can't rebook it without knowing when you're going to be in. It's failed once on the original delivery, which he was told when that was being delivered, and Royal Mail could not gain access to your property to make the delivery. So that's a failing on your front. It's not Royal Mail's fault. It's not my fault. You did not allow them access to the property to make your delivery. I don't know. Am I right or wrong here, guys? Like, what would anyone else have done? I just don't. I don't know. I just don't get it. I contacted eBay. They've said, well, what can you do? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, they haven't made a case. If they make a case, we can look into it. Like, cool, great, why not? I like eBay customer service because they're really fair. Like, they will look at things and go, well, this, that, and the other. The one thing I don't like about eBay customer service is they don't take sides. Not that they play neutral or whatever, but like, they'll look at something for me and they'll go, no, you are actually in the right here. Like, don't refund or do this or do that or do the other. But then there's also somebody else from eBay customer service looking at the same situation from the buyer's perspective, and they go, oh, Actually, you're not in the wrong. You haven't got your delivery yet. So I don't know. Right, guys. So future me taking over, the one that's actually editing the video. I'm going to polish the video out here. So you might have noticed that I didn't read out one of her messages. And the reason for that is that hadn't been sent at that point. So I recorded that the day it happened. We're now 5 days later. And obviously later that day, it's actually 4.5 hours later, she sent me a message saying, "Thank you. I hope they shut down your shoddy business." To which I put back, "Time will tell, but I think the likelihood is low." And she sent me a laughing face. Now, part of the reason why I said I think that likelihood is low is because I thought to myself, you know what? Maybe that message was a bit out of order. Maybe it's reportable. Maybe I might get in trouble with eBay. UK government, Labour might not like that, to be fair, at this point. I might have the police knocking at the door. So I went, you know what? I need to ring eBay anyway, because I've had a return back, but it's fraudulent. So let's just do both in one go. Let's just bite the bullet with this. But anyway, the return come back, and eBay offered to pay for it. It was $89.99 from golf clubs. I said, no, I don't want you to pay. I just want you to swap the reason over, because they've openly admitted in messages that they didn't like the product. And they wanted to send it back, but they've put it doesn't match the description or photos. Well, this is just their choice. I'll send them the money back. I don't mind that. I just don't want the negative mark on my account. They went, yeah, no problem, we can do that. Are you sure you don't want us to pay? I was like, no, I don't want you to pay. I've got my product. I'll give the money. So I did that. But then discussing this one, I actually said to him, I think I need to report myself, because I think I might be in breach of some of your policies. He's like, what policies do you think you're going to be in breach of? He's like, well, I rung your colleague up earlier about these boots and the fact they're failing delivery. But since then, there's been more developments. I've sent messages that she's got quite insulted to. So I'd rather just report it now, because if you're going to ban my account or something, I'd rather know, because at the minute I'm drafting on eBay, so I don't want to waste my time and stuff like that. And no problem, let me read them. Read them all, he went, I don't see anything where you're in the wrong. I was like, what do you mean? I went, well, you've essentially asked for details. It would have been better if you'd have just said, you know, in the second message, we can rebook your delivery. You just need to let us know when you want it delivering for. But you don't have to do that. Essentially, you as the vendor only need to do the delivery. If they miss their delivery, it's on them to rebook it. So it's like, okay, cool. What about the fact I called her Karen? Can you prove her name's not Karen? Well, I could check all the details. He's like, but you know it's not? I'm like, not necessarily, and I'll be honest, from the messages, I'm 99.9% sure it is. It's fine. It's not overly insulting. Plus, you might have just got the name wrong. You might have mixed up two orders and got the name wrong. Okay. What about everything else involved? He was like, you've worded it as your opinion. You haven't sworn at her. You haven't done anything that breaches eBay's policies. You simply cast an opinion. At the end of the day, if I was on your payroll and I answered those messages, I would have started to be getting a bit insulted and wondering what I could do. So I myself am sat here going, I don't know what you can do here, apart from rebook it. I was like, but I don't know anything. And he went, yep, but you can rebook it so that it gets delivered to her. Okay. I think I get what you're laying down, my mate. So I rebooked it. This is the best bit. So rebooked it to be delivered to her address Friday. We're on Tuesday, guys, so I will let you know. Either in a... You guys will notice a cut. So between... Basically, whilst I was on the phone to eBay, she opened a item not received case with eBay. So what the guy said to me to do was just rebook the delivery for whenever suits best, with the information given. So what we did was we booked it for as late as possible to give her as much notice as we possibly could. So that is this Friday coming up, the last Friday of the month. It asked for a time slot. The earliest was 4 AM. So I went, okay, 4 AM. The latest is 10 PM, so I went, yep, 10 PM. So I just went, anything between 4 AM and 10 PM is perfectly fine. Please deliver between those hours. There's also then a safe place anywhere on the property line. Then says any notes, and we've put in the notes, this package must be delivered on this day. It cannot be returned to original sender. It will be rejected by original sender. You have the express permission of the recipient of this parcel to deliver by any means necessary. If you have to pretend you are Jonny Wilkinson in a World Cup final and vault it over the fence, feel free to vault it over the fence. You are in no way liable. In the note section. Not the most appropriate thing to do that, I'm willing to admit, but at the same time, I don't know why it wasn't delivered. She's not giving me any information. She's not guaranteed she's going to be in or anything like that. I took great delight in sending her the message, and it's on the request that she sent me to say, we've rebooked it, it's going to be delivered this day between these hours. And yes, I have confirmed with eBay. I'm not in the wrong. If the parcel gets damaged, though, that is a bit of a different kettle of fish. But I've got a really good relationship with eBay. I do at some point need to record how my conversations go with eBay. I actually have a really good laugh with their customer service team every single time I speak to them. I think they're brilliant. I think eBay have got one of the best customer services in the world. But that's a subject for a different video. I do mean to get around to doing that one. I will do it. But even they said, like, what more can you do? The problem is accessibility to the property. You put in the notes that they need to get it in there, that they need to get it over that property line by any means necessary. Said, you did go over the top with this one. But, again, you're not in breach of any eBay policies. And that's what that's one of the things I really like about eBay. Like, the woman that I was talking to that time, this is the third time I've actually rung them about this, laughed about it and said, you have gone way over the top now. But you are within eBay's policies because you shouldn't be rebooking this. So I'm like, fine, no problem. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comments. If you stuck around this long, guys, please drop us a like on the video. I will update or put a part 2 or something, I don't know. I'll put more on this when I know more, whether it's just a quick, it's been delivered video, or whether it's a, oh my god, it got vaulted over the fence and hit her in the face. I feel so bad. Or whatever it is, I will update this one. So if you subscribe, you'll see that. You'll also see a lot more videos. But hopefully, guys, I'll see you on the next one.